Hey guys, welcome back to the ConfermentRM YouTube Channel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, getting ourselves back into another 2-minute technicals video looking at Bitcoin. As you can see, just an absolutely God-sent day, straight God candle down. You see here in the bubble map, just everything's red. Everything besides, a couple random little ones, but throwing ourselves back in here to the Bitcoin chart. We were talking about having our support here around that, that 28,601. As you can see when we did our video yesterday, we were saying we were giving that sort of kind of visual cue of how this was. We did a video here last night when we were teetering on top of here, and I remember saying in the video we needed to get ourselves back up above 28,837, and if we weren't going to be able to do that, we were going to be seeing further downside. So we gave ourselves that price point of around that 27,400, just right around this region. It was between this 27,800 and this 27,400. So you can see right here at that $27,800 that bounce initial that fall after we broke through that 28,600. Come right back on top of that, tried to get back above 28,000, and then wabamo, caught that second one that we were kind of talking about, that 27,400, and then just as soon as we got a sell to break through it and fall through this support, it was like 27,381. Obviously it can be a couple dollars higher, a couple dollars lower, but just approximately that's where it was. And as you guys can see, just all the liquidations from everyone having their stop losses just triggered from being there on that 382, that 27,382, just roughly. So it absolutely crazy day. Got all the way down here. If we actually zoom out, we can actually see that it not bad. We actually hit the top of our region from when we were talking about this back in February and March, of us just coming back and actually just double tapping it exactly, which is kind of crazy, but not getting much lower than we were over here in June. So double bottom in quotations, but such good strength coming out of that, though, out of that bottom. Like, that was an immediate 8% reversal. So whoever was able to get their buys in down there definitely made out like a bandit. But nonetheless, you can see this RSI this MACD is so crazily in the floor here, like absolutely in the floor. Usually you see some gradual, as you can see this, and a little bit more, what do you call it? Just usually a little slower. But what's really more intriguing, I don't really care much about the MACD at the moment, but seeing this here on the RSI, the stock RSI here on the 4 hour, we have not seen a 5.42 since, but like it goes back as far as 2020 right here for me. So 3 years almost, we have not seen it this oversold on a 4 hour. So for me, that was a nice bullish sentiment for us to at least buy in on that bottom, because like the only other thing you had as a support past here, at least, because we fell through all the moving averages, and I think we even go here down a daily, we fell through the 200-day as well, would just be that previous low set over here in June, and lo and behold, that's what came in as that that low, which was the previous low set over there, and that retracement. So I guess now you could say wave completed. But geez, just cheeky. But closing below that 200-day moving average, and now we're starting to kind of move ourselves lower. You can even see here in the MACD on the daily, it's just absolutely bonkers as well. Seeing it down here in the negative 499, it's almost as bad as we were over here in March. Just the sell-off ensuing in here in May, when we had reached up there. Where were we at in May? Oh, we were up really high. It was just endless selling, but that was expected out of a correction like that, coming out of a high. As you guys know, we were hitting that $60,000 in November of that year. So the 2021 going into 2022, it was just our endless retracement down to where we were, bottoming out here around that 15,494. So definitely intriguing what we see it happen. But, and if you zoom out, when in doubt, zoom out. That's what everyone says, right? So if we were to take off all our indicators, you can see basically just smack dab hitting that same spot. But what we're going to want to see for Bitcoin, though, is we're going to want to see, usually out of a huge correction like this, because if you zoom out, I mean, that daily candle was 7.3% in the close. But if we actually really zoom out, we can see that was approximately from open to close a 14% drop out of Bitcoin. Usually when I see this much volatility for Bitcoin, obviously it can stay here and go a little bit sideways for a couple days. But, if we zoom out here, look at the RSI, we have seen our high over here in January and our complete bottom here in August. So, you can see it does take a little bit of time. It can stay in here for a little bit, but you can see where we've pretty much reached that daily low that we've reached for Bitcoin, coming all the way back here to even 2020 and 2019. Obviously a little oversold after the big crash after the Bitcoin's high in 2018, but we're at that spot on a daily. We came right to it. So for me, it's going to be seeing how we can drag sideways from here, but typically it looks like out of this sort of fashion, I can expect to see some interesting things coming for Bitcoin. Obviously everyone's fearful and freaking out and trying to run for the hills, but these are the times to definitely test your capabilities in the cryptocurrency market. Even if you were to throw yourself a Fibonacci right here, say at this high, here to here. I mean, you're holding above the 236. That's okay. You got that huge help from being in that region. But what we're gonna do now, since we don't really need all these extra Fibonacci's, is we're just gonna get rid of these extra ones. So we're going to do that. We don't need them. We get rid of all these extra lines. We just need what we have right at the moment, which is just this larger chart and then these problem areas, these zones that we need. So we're going to keep that. We'll go off this. So holding above 26,469 at the moment. And then if we were to fall through that again, we're going to see that 20. We're going to come back down and at least test that 25.33. It's going to be very volatile if it can't hold this region. But I see it holding above that 236, which is nice, around $26,484. And once we crack through 27,305, we have a pretty large long here, around 5-6%. But those are just my thoughts. I mean, there's not much more I could say. I mean, just saying holding above this 26,000. I mean, it seems to me that pain is over. Typically, your last wave is the most just ruthless and the most hardcore you could think of, and we definitely got it. That's a very, very large correction. But usually after large corrections, you get large snapbacks. So I'm intrigued to see how the weekly closes. As you can see, the weekly is very, very stubborn. But if we can get the weekly back up here, I mean, it would just show the more conviction that Bitcoin has for further price appreciation. But I hope you guys are having a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Hope this kind of gives you some perspective. And remember, none of it's financial advice, just my personal opinion. And I'll see you guys on the next one.